Hey everybody, it's Barnaby Anderson here. You can actually check me out even more over on Barnaby Anderson, SUN.com. I'm the only person with that name in the whole world. That spelling, it's unusual. You can easily find me anywhere, like on LinkedIn or but you can look up my website there. It shows you all the projects that I've built. I've built a lot of things over. It's been over 30 years, as you can see there. So I'm an Australian. You can maybe tell with my accent, tech entrepreneur for over 30 years. I've been building disruptive technologies, and I've actually been managing remote teams around the world well before it became popular, well before we had those last tricky years. I started doing it from 2004. So I really built my whole career. The first 9 or 10 years, it was really myself with some local people working for me in Australia. And then I realized that the talent pool of hiring teams around the world was possible. So then when I sold my tech company, which I've been running for 15 years, by 2010, I decided to go traveling. And I spent a lot of time living in Asia. That's why I discovered Thailand and how much fun it is over here. I discovered Latin America, and I spent a bunch of time in Europe. And it was through that process of traveling, I got invited to go and speak at Harvard, at Stanford, at the World Economic Forum in Davos, all about innovation and even blockchain and crypto, because that's been a big area of mine as well. And through that, I actually won one of the big awards over at one of the main Ethereum developer conferences. So basically, you could say I'm an obsessive tech head. I'm obsessed with innovation and building out apps. I've gone through 4 massive innovations across the last 30 years. There's about one every decade. The first was the web, and I was there at the inception. The next were mobile apps. Then obviously was Bitcoin and Ethereum, the crypto, and now we're seeing AI. That's what we're talking about today. And I'm really passionate about how to show all of you and give you access to skills and implementations that can actually put money in your pocket and automatically. As I go through this presentation, I'm going to be walking through a whole bunch of material, starting off with just asking you who you are. And I presume actually you fall into one or two camps. And that's what this presentation is really going to be about. That you're either a business owner, you've already got a business and it's working, but I bet it's taking up more time than you might like. Or certainly you could see other ways to make it more efficient and more profitable. So that's one group. You've already got a business. And the other group, maybe you don't have a business and you'd like to, but why would you want one? You'll want one so you can actually claim back more of your time and make more profits. So you're obviously allocating your time into something. Does it have leverage? Does it have scalability? That's what today's discussion is all about. And at the heart of it, we've kept on mentioning this AI a whole bunch of times because AI is growing exponentially. And are you positioned for an AI world? That's what you want to be asking yourself, because it's already around $200 billion in value. And 2 out of 3 consumers are already using it and they don't even know. It's constantly there in the background. And most businesses around the world have either adopted it to some extent or are wanting to very much. But let's look at some of the challenges that people are facing they've always faced, and actually increasingly so. And a lot of it is to do, I keep on mentioning this, scaling. And this is really the first part of this conversation today is aimed at business owners. If you have a business, then I bet this actually is resonating with you, that there are challenges for you when hiring staff. Yeah? Does that resonate? Later on in this presentation, I'm going to be addressing those of you who don't have a business yet. And I've got something that's killer to show you how you can start making an incredible income online. But before we get to that, I just want to address those people who've already got a business and some of the headaches that they've probably got. So basically, people do find they struggle with there being a shortage on talent, that it's difficult to attract the right talent. These are some stats here. And often the entry people coming in are often very hard to find. So that was something that I certainly found. You heard me saying that I was forced to go looking overseas for staff back even 20 years ago. But what I always found was a bottleneck, whether it was just actually working on a project by myself and I had to go find the right people, or even with a large team. And I kept on facing this bottleneck of how can I get everything done efficiently and for not spending too much. But eventually, after looking at this for many, many years and being so grateful that AI suddenly turned up, I found and was able to create the solution. That's what I'm excited about. And that is ChatCapital. I've put together ChatCapital to solve this, because what we're really addressing, and it's going to be something big. This is what all business, if you're in a business, you know that typically that is the case, that you have a limit on your growth based upon the amount of people in your organization. That's why the big companies are always, sharing how many thousands of staff they've got, or like 100 staff. That's meant to be like a badge of honor. But it is also, there's a lot of work in that, obviously. And I mean, people they've got something to do. They've got to do something, and we want to grow companies. But we're seeing this massive change now with AI and the ability for it to scale and enable everybody to do 2 times, 5 times, 10 times more than they were able to do before. And so, and when companies were hiring, when they hire new staff, the time delay of getting somebody up to speed, the cost of training, the cost of hiring them, that actually is an impediment to a lot of small businesses actually growing, because often they won't even hire somebody. They don't even know what to do. They'd rather just pile everything on themselves. How many people out there, can anybody relate? You'd rather just do everything yourself than go through the trouble of hiring somebody. And in the process, you exhaust yourself, right? So you don't want to do that. You really do need to grow, okay? And I've got this incredible solution, because that was the way up until now. There's been this breakthrough that was never possible before, thanks to AI agents, these little bots that you can make. Guess what? When you spin them up, they work 24/7, and there is no limit to the amount of work that they can do, the type of work they can do. You can basically get them to do anything you can imagine. And what we're looking at today, especially, is getting them to be able to make any kind of call or text response or messaging in a fully automated system, a CRM, a customer relationship management system. You're probably familiar with this idea of a CRM. It's a fancy word for a database management system. Okay, that's really at the heart of how many businesses and companies operate these days, for KPI, key performance indicator monitoring, technical service, customer management, promotions, emails. All of that can be managed, the whole operation essentially, inside your CRM. Now, what about really dialing that in and bringing AI in to be able to respond with leverage, getting back to everybody 24/7? You see, that's what we've done here with ChatCapital. There's many things we've done actually, but one of them is giving you the ability to enhance your lead qualification process. So the sales and marketing funnel, we're able to help you through automated processes, qualify more leads in less time, reach them faster. Do you know these days when they respond on a Facebook ad, an Instagram ad, you've only got a few minutes until they go cold. How are you always going to stay on top of it, especially in an internationally networked world? You need to have automated processes. And then after they've been touched, even automatically, you can then pass on that as a warm lead to the real humans who are working for you. Those people, those closers, those people, or maybe even yourself. You're going to be able to qualify way more leads. And this is across all types of industry, whether it be real estate or insurance or education or all sorts of elements. Now, you want to be thinking that, guess what? If you're not doing this, there's a high likelihood that your competitors are, okay? Because this is the moment right now, while people are still kind of scratching their head, to make AI your biggest advantage moving forward instead of the disadvantage that leaves you behind. So AI automation is the ultimate business upgrade. Sure, we've had other things in the past. You've had autoresponders, you've had automated SMSs, but nothing like what I'm going to be showing you, because AI becomes a silent workforce that never gets tired and never even asks for a raise, and it only gets smarter and smarter the more it works for you, okay? This is a game changer. So I'd be getting you to ask yourself, how would you assess your own AI implementation, your own automated setup? And anybody that you want to talk to from here on, after today, you're going to have a different view of business. And just ask people out there who are running a business, how are they going with that? Because what we can do at ChatCapital is we can set up all of these different channels with automated chatbots replying in real time to people, like on the website. You can have that little chat box down the bottom, which often does have, you'll do that, you'll ask them questions, and very often there's a real person there. But these days, you won't even know. It could be a chatbot. Do you have that running 24/7? Or what about even calling? Did you know that you can receive a phone call? This is what's going to be the game changer, that sounds just like a person. And then combining all of that together with like help desk, call routing, onboarding of customers, all triggered automatically. You can design, with us, you can design an entire workflow that has the internal channels connecting with the external channels of your operation. And if you don't even have any of this stuff, but you'd like to, if you'd like to build a well-oiled machine, that's where we come in. We can help you do that essentially for any industry. Here's what we have. We have the ChatCapital CRM. It's an AI automation system, okay? But it's way more than all of that, okay? Because what we actually have is the customizations to make it work exactly for you with some very, very special secret sauce, okay? I mean, this has got everything in it. Well over 300 features, all the funnels that you would need, the calendar integration, full automation, the marketing, the automated triggers on everything that you could think of, from SMSs to emails, and even a learning management system. It's got a lot. And what I've been doing a lot lately is building out these really clever workflows. These are just simple little examples here of how you can automate and trigger different responses. You know, so when you have somebody on a web page, do you know that it can track that? It can follow them even around the web. And when they land somewhere on one of your sites, it triggers, and then they can get an email sent to them. And then once it reads the email, it can send them an SMS. It can send them an appointment booking form. You can do all of this. And here's a trigger list. Imagine like the email goes out, and when they read the email, it triggers an SMS that says, hey, thanks for reading that email, which then triggers a voicemail to them asking them how they're doing that day and if they'd like some help, which also invites them in the next trigger to fill out a booking form. And then that triggers an appointment setter, an AI caller that sounds just like a person. Or even, what if you're chasing money? You know, nobody really likes that job. You know, the accounts receivable department, if that's a division of your own company, or people that you know, and they're struggling, they're having a tough time with that because nobody really likes sitting there and calling people, guess what? You can have a system that never tires, works 24/7, calling people in your operation, chasing any outstanding bills. So what we have here is well over 300 tools in this mega system, okay? So if you were to buy everything collectively, it'd be well over $1,600 actually per month, okay? But what we've got with this particular system is a special offer that brings all of that to you for just under $1,000 for the year. And if you want to have the actual AI calling system, which I've been mentioning here, and you're going to get a demo of that very shortly, that means you get to play with this yourself. This is when you run everything for yourself. If you want to deep dive into the system, get your hands dirty, get under the bonnet, go through all this with your website builder, building out surveys and forms, doing everything with internet marketing, the SMS two-way, backwards and forwards, all being logged in a CRM with pipeline management, tracking all the sales, with appointment setting, with all those automated workflows, those triggers you were seeing, even connecting up to courses and products and payments, the call tracking, the reputation management. Everything is here, even document signing, plus like a lot more. And we can even build into this kind of system all of the inbound and outbound marketing that you might want to run and you haven't even had time for, whether it be pay-per-click ads or social media outreach content marketing. You know, you can dial all of this in, pardon the pun, connected to automated workflows, okay? And we can even have more complex systems. Like, look at that kind of workflow that we've got running there. That is some real, you know, systemization that's going on. Whatever you can imagine, we can automate everything inside ChatCapital. And once it's up and running, it's 24/7. These little AI bots and these systems, they never get tired. You know, we want to make it so that when you wake up in the morning, you're looking at all the messages that have already been answered overnight. How would that be? What would that be like for you? Imagine even your sales teams getting in there and seeing all the qualified leads being answered straight up, right off the bat. Okay, we can set these kind of streams up inside, you know, lead scoring, predictive analysis on your sales, service delivery operations, chatbots, even cybersecurity detection. All of this can be improved because what AI does is it does more than just improve operations. It fully automates them. Imagine this kind of powerhouse inside any company where you get to watch the profits rise as your whole system gets smarter and smarter, week in, week out. This is a compounding effect that we've never seen before. This was not even possible before. And the most exciting part is this conversational AI that sounds just like a person, because now you can scale the whole operation, unlike we've never seen before. You input the leads and the AI's listening and being able to speak back. It's comprehending. It's not like a voicemail system. It's got dialogue management, natural language generation, reinforced learning in every aspect. This can have a huge impact on the growth of your business or any business, increases customer engagement, because now you can actually do 1,000 calls this afternoon where you couldn't do that before. This can significantly cut costs in any operation. And it's available around the clock, and you can really offer a lot more with your customer engagement, the customer service, and it can handle multiple tasks simultaneously. You're not locked in anymore in thinking. This is going to expand your thinking, especially as you go through it step by step. I know this is kind of overwhelming. It's a lot here, guys. I get that. But I only have this little chunk of time with you, and I want to show you really how far, and we haven't even got into the meat of it yet. What I'm just running through here is the overview, okay? Because, and this little slide here is comparing human rep calling, where they clock on and off. It's a manual hiring process. It takes often 3 months for somebody to get up to speed. They might get burnout. What if they get overwhelmed? There's the whole hiring and training. Often there's a HR department with all those expenses, and you have to deal with churn. And sometimes it even takes many months, and maybe that staff member will even leave after a year and a half. How does that all compare with an AI service agent? Well, they work around the clock, 24/7. You can spin up 100,000 of them this week if you want to. There's a zero ramp up. They've just got the script and they start speaking. They deliver above average performance out of the gate. They never have burnout. They never fail to deliver. It's constantly learning and improving the more conversations it has without any management. There's zero HR liability. It gets actually less expensive the more you do of it, and it ramps up your scaling so you even get more profits. And it eliminates any need on your part to have to go and get replacements. So this can work lockstep with your existing team. Okay, this is not meant to be replacing everything. It's meant to give you scalability and the ability for you to qualify leads and have a lot more customer support than you ever thought possible. Okay, let's have a little listen and have it. This is a demo of actually a real estate call. It's only 3 minutes. Have a little listen here.
What's up, Joey?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, it's going good. Thanks for asking. So my name is Jessica. I'm actually an artificial intelligence from Investor Fuse. My boss is a local investor, and he's currently looking to buy a property in your area. I know this might be a bit unexpected, but I was wondering if you might have a property you're considering selling.
Could you just email me this?
Yeah, we can email you. I will get one of my team members on it as soon as possible. But before we do that, I just have a few quick questions about your property. Can I ask you those real quick?
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for your cooperation. Can I get your full name and the address of the property, please?
Joey Seaman, 917203.
Thanks, Joey. And what's your email address?
325@gmail.com.
Got it. Thanks for providing your email, Joey. Now let's talk about your property. Can you tell me about its general condition?
Yeah, it's in good condition.
Yeah. Are there any major or minor repairs that need to be done?
Just a small repair on the kitchen.
Got it. How long have you owned the property?
About 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Is anyone living in the property right now?
Yeah, just me and my wife.
Got it. If it's a rental property, how much does it typically rent for?
About $2,000 a month.
Yeah. And how many bedrooms and bathrooms does it have?
3 bedroom, 2 bathrooms.
Okay. What's the condition of the roof and windows?
They're good. Good condition.
Yep. Have the kitchens or bathrooms been updated within the last 3 years?
Yeah.
Got it. Does the property have any special features?
No.
Okay. Is the property currently listed with a realtor?
No.
Amazing. So this property sounds like one we might be interested in. Can you tell me why you're thinking about selling it?
I want to move somewhere else, a different state.
Got you. And how long have you been considering selling?
Couple months now.
Got it. If you do decide to sell, would you like to do so within 30 days, 90 days, or sometime further out?
Probably like as soon as possible, to be honest.
Yep. Just a couple more questions. If we buy the property, will we need to pay off any taxes, liens, or a mortgage?
No.
Okay. I haven't done my research yet. Do you happen to know what houses in that area are worth?
Yeah, like 1 to 2 million.
Makes sense. So then what's the lowest offer you might consider for your property?
$1.5 million.
Is that at all negotiable?
Yeah, I'd be willing to negotiate a little bit.
You know, we will likely want to make an offer on this property. Someone from our team will put your options and your cash offer together and give you a call. When would be the best time for one of them to call you?
Maybe 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Perfect. I'm excited to hear how the call goes. Thanks for your time, Joey. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Now, yeah, that was it was 3 minutes, and there's a few things about that. One is that because you now know that it wasn't actually a real person, especially given that she said that she was an AI at the beginning, which is, you know, that was very kind of her to do that. So he would have known, but some people might not actually know because they're not used to this kind of thing. I mean, these days, yes, maybe people are cottoning on, but the technology keeps on improving month in, month out. And this was a lead qualifying call, obviously, and all of those entries, all those questions that she was asking become entries in a database inside our CRM. And they can have other triggers, other workflows, automation set up. That's why you saw the complex one. So whatever the answer was, that's where they get placed in the lead qualifying queue for the real sales agents, the humans, to come in and start managing and working with each of these leads. So I think that you can start to imagine and see just how powerful this really is. So what we have is we have packages where you can actually come in and they start at 20 cents or less per minute. And the more you buy, obviously, the cheaper that they get. And so that's what we've got here is a system that is as much as the business wants to do in the calling, and as complex or as simple as they want it. And yes, there's a range in packages to get all this set up. There's quite a bit to it to get full automations, and everything I've been showing you here are all dialed in. I mean, to be honest, some of them will start at like $10,000 for the full setup. That's if you want us to come in and automate your whole process. What about going to the enterprise? What if you've got a very large organization and you want to automate a lot of it? It could be in the tens or even, to be honest, hundreds of thousands. It depends how complex your operation is. Because we at ChatCapital, we can take any type of voice call or text chatbot and build it for you and implement it and connect it to the CRM and run your whole operation automatically. Maybe not the whole operation, but if you wanted to, if you're a single person and you're like, wow, I just want to go to town. I want to build out and make it like I've got like 100 staff and run the whole thing automatically. Guess what? You can do that now. And you could not do that even 6 months ago, because the cost effectiveness of this for sales and marketing, technical assistance, call center operations. Oh my goodness. Can you start to imagine how far reaching this is going to be for customer support, consumer helplines of all different types, real estate inquiries, appointment setters, coaching, accounts receivables. There's so many different areas. where what we would do, if you're interested in this sort of thing, if you want to automate and just scale, we'd come into your business, come into your company, find with you the inefficiencies, make workflow maps, and look at where the blocks are. Where are those bottlenecks, like what you saw me talking about, and start to show you how we can help you scale and start to get more time and money, make more profits out of your operation. So we do an implementation roadmap with you, a deep dive into your current operations and figure out what are your goals. What's been your dream? Why did you set all of this up? Remember, this is the part of the presentation for somebody who has a business. You set this up for a reason. And then we craft a comprehensive, tailored AI integration strategy, a strategic development phase with solution engineering. It's custom developed just for your operations, okay? With the voice AI systems, with the right voice that you want, even multiple agents. You can have male sounding females, different accents, even different languages. This is incredible. Really, we can penetrate all different markets with this. What if you wanted to start accessing the Latin markets and you didn't have anybody speaking Spanish on your team? This is what's available now. Or even getting into Asia. What if you want to start like where I am at the moment in the world? The world starts opening up in ways that you had perhaps never thought before. And the growth planning, setting a course for scalable market expansion. So this is basically what we believe to be the biggest disruption to business this decade. The power of human-like AI conversations is disruption at a scale no one's ever seen, because AI is getting close to be good enough to sound just like a human. And this would become, I think it's beginning to dawn on you, one of the most valuable technologies in history. Conversational AI impacts sales and customer service in a way and a scale that no one's ever seen. So there we have it. The future is AI powered in every respect, really. So what's going to be your move? What are you starting to see as possible now? Because I've got an idea for you. That's if you've got the business running. That's for anybody who's got a business and they want to scale it. They want to basically make more money and get more time out of it. Well, what about you if you just want to? How would you like to make $1 million in 2024, especially with only working 4 hours a day? Well, if you don't have a business, or if you'd like, in addition to the one you have, to start scaling something new, do you know what the actual secret to success is going to be in 2024? Success online, and potentially actually just success in general. This is where you're going to start learning some very, very cool stuff. It's attention. Attention is really everything. That's what this whole game is about now. It's about the eyeballs, and it's probably always been about that. So it's about harnessing the attention, and then this is the formula. I'm going to be showing you some amazing formulas here right now. We're diving in deeper here. It's owning that attention. So firstly, you have to get the attention. This is when you start scaling exponentially. That's what we're talking about here. You want to get more clients, get their attention, and then own it through clever content. And this part here, this next step, the third step you can see there, education. This is the game changer. And this is what we're going to be teaching you. And when you join us over at ChatCapital, this is what you're going to start getting access to. Everything I'm about to start showing you, okay? The educational component, which will educate your leads to qualify them and make them hot leads who are wanting desperately to buy from you. And then bring that into the conversion mechanics. That's the 4 steps, the attention. That's it. You get the attention, then you own the attention, then you educate them to make them love you, and then bring them conversion mechanics with a no-brainer offer. That you give them the offer. These are the next steps here. With the data collection, where they're already educated through this process, through leverage selling. You've created the goodwill, and then you have the automated booking the appointment to close the deal. Wait, we're not stopping there. I have a lot more to show you, because this is actually just part of a complete 3-phase implementation program. You see, this is so much more than just a piece of software. This is a complete build out of automation, where phase 1 is all about your niche and your offer. The market, the target market over there in phase 1, you can see the pink and purple there, the target market and the offer. This needs to be dialed in. And that's what you'd be accessing when you work with ChatCapital, okay? This is far beyond just the software, which then leads into that phase 2 of everything I just went through. That's the phase 2. Before that, the first part there was the attention, but how are you going to get that? You're going to get that with a target market and an offer that's literally put out there. Now you've got their attention. You own the attention because of your very clever content. That guess what? If you were strapped for cash or creativity or time, the AI can now step in. Do you know we have the technologies over here to be able to capture any type of video online and repurpose it, even create whole new videos, all from AI. This can be spun up 24/7 automatically with voiceovers. This is so powerfully possible now in ways that you would boggle your mind of how you own the attention and you educate them through a lead capture process with automated messages through the whole CRM that's watching them what they do and then giving them some new content and gradually taking them to that conversion point. And then the third step, the fulfillment. Well, let's break this down because those are some high level overviews, but we really dial this in when you come and work with us at ChatCapital. Look at this. This is the whole phase 1 done for you. We literally build out all of these components here from the market, gathering your insights from resources. The promise, this is your promise in your company. Who could get the biggest ROI from accessing them? Who can almost guarantee the success? And then we go on and on, like through the offer. What's the core belief? What's the resonance, the mechanics? How does the no-brainer offer work, etc. We even take you all the way through to how could you build this out to be a 7 figures? And then we move into the done for you phase 2. Look at how many components are here. These are all the elements that we can build into your complete automated process of all the mechanisms, all the ads, all the outbound, all the inbound that are being tracked and connected into the CRM to bring all those customers in, all those leads, and having them followed up automatically, step by step. We have the complete automation processes that we can just download, customize specifically for you. These maps that I'm showing you here, that's not all. This is, look at how far we've got to go. Like this is the next part, the owning the attention. We're walking you through I'm showing you here actually what we are able to build out for you specifically in how you would own their attention. And then the educational process, literally, these are the workflow maps of how we would build this out for you. Because to be honest, I don't know if you're going to do this yourself. This might not be your bag. If this is, go eat your heart out. You could, I'm giving you the secrets here. You could take our system, just the bare software, if you want to, and do it yourself. But if you want experts to stand with you, holding your hand, still in this phase 2 here of the done for you, the conversion mechanisms, okay? The VSL, the sales calls, the retargeting ads, the sales scripts, all of this dialed in, built out for you. This is way beyond just a funnel or just a website or some autoresponders. This is a complete blueprint engineered for your automotive success. And then obviously the fulfillment at the end there, a complete customer flow journey, okay? And that's not all. Imagine if you want to go even further and you want the whole content marketing done for you so you can start generating that $100,000 per month coming in. You can see, I mean, this doesn't happen in month 1. This is scaling you up, but the processes are, all the foundation is laid, okay? That's what the setup whole process is. Even the PPC ads, you know, if you want to start running the ads to really scale even more, imagine that you want to start even making $500,000 per month. All of this is possible, but gradually, step by step, you know, and that's what we have here in these blueprints I've just been walking through. Do you want to do this yourself, or would you like all of that done for you? Because what we have with ChatCapital is a complete business service that does scale from anywhere from like the $10,000. I think you can start to see why it would be in this order to even over 20,000, 30,000. It depends how much you want to step into this, because we want to see you succeed. And there would be like an ongoing monthly fee there as well. But you could do this yourself if you want to pull up your sleeves and get in there. And as I was saying, the talk time is just charged at that per minute. It really depends what direction you want to go here. And if you listen to some advice from Buffett, it's not about how fast you row. It's about choosing the right stream. So that's what I'm offering you today, is to join the AI stream with ChatCapital. Because what I've just unveiled to you is not just the next $1 billion opportunity. For the world, it's $1 trillion opportunity. Because there's like $5 trillion spent in the whole customer sales service sector. And we are seeing a seismic shift in that, which you can jump into and capitalize on, because very few people understand this. And I'm inviting you right now into this whole new opportunity. So I was just really excited to showcase all of this new tech. So there's three kinds of people in the world: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what happened. So I'm recommending, I think maybe you want to be one of those who make things happen. Okay? If you ever ask yourself, what's the next big thing? You just found it. This is your chance to be an early adopter. It's your chance to position yourself. Just want to thank everybody for being here, and that you're visionaries. The fact that you're even looking at this right now, you are ahead of the pack. And so I'll leave you with the last little, this is like a little thought experiment I like to leave people with sometimes when you're sort of wondering, like, too often in life, it's a bit of a strange thing. A lot of the time people feel that they're too young or too old or too this or too that, okay? And it's never too late. And how do we know this? Because right now, there's a 13-year-old kid that you know, or actually maybe in your neighborhood, there's somebody who's just a young kid, okay? And there's a bunch of those in your region, in your city, that in 10 years' time, so they're only 13 now, in 10 years, when they're 23, there's going to be some of them who are millionaires with this AI tech. Do you agree with that? I think that's the case. Would you agree that there are some? There'll even be some who are millionaires with real estate or different opportunities right now, but they're only 13 right now. So that 13-year-old kid, they're not a millionaire, but they will become so. Some of them will. And through the same opportunity that you're looking at right now, and they're not there yet for 10 more years. So do you have a head start on them? This is how you can get yourself over the gap, here of like, oh, wow, do I really have an opportunity? Yes, you do. Because even if you're not techie, that's what we're here for. And information is power. You have the information. You can actually see the future because we have revealed it to you today. So if you're inspired, step up. We'd love to work with you. And we're just excited. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, there's new things all the time. It's been really a pleasure to be with you today. Thanks, everyone.